Hi, I'm Elizabeth Jensen, and this is for Special Education 500 about a parent's involvement in the IEP process. A parent can be involved in all steps of the IEP process, from the referral to setting the goals and getting regular updates as to how a student is progressing. It starts with a referral. A referral can come from either a parent or from a teacher who has noticed that a student is falling behind in reading, math, or in other subjects in school and may need some extra supports. The student receives 6 to 12 weeks of intervention from the general education teacher in which they are helped and supported in those areas and try to help them in class. If after that 6 to 12 weeks they're still falling behind, they're referred to the special education teacher for the potential of an individual education plan. The special education teacher will go through assessments and look at the student's eligibility. They may look at their scores and their tests that they have in class. They may do other assessments as to how the student is performing, or if there's other health impairments that they need to be tested for to see what disability the student may qualify under. After assessments, they see if the child is eligible. The child has to be identified with a disability, and they have to be impacting their school and education in order to be qualified for an individual education plan. Once they receive eligibility, an IEP, or an individual education plan, is then planned and set forth. In that plan, it'll say where the student currently is functioning at. It will have goals as to what they want the student to achieve next, and objectives on how they'll get there. It'll also list if there's any related services that the student may receive, such as speech or occupational therapy, and how those services will be rendered. The parent will be part of making the IEP. They will be part of the meeting and signing as to that they agree that this is the right plan for their child. Once the IEP is in place, there are regular updates and reports from those who are providing services to that student. Depending on the school, it could be anywhere from 6 to 9 weeks, usually at the end of a trimester or a quarter. And so the parent will receive these updates and communication, as well as they can contact the IEP team at any point with questions that they have, or if they feel like they aren't seeing progress with their student, and possibly reevaluating and looking at the IEP to see if changes need to be made. There are regular yearly reviews of the IEP to see if it still needs to be, if it still counts for the student, or if there needs to be changes for the upcoming year. The parent receives regular communication and updates from teachers and those involved to try to keep the parent involved at all times and know how their student is progressing in school. A teacher has responsibility at all times to try and do what is best for the student, to provide them an environment that is best for them to be learning in, and for the student to be receiving services that they need to be successful in school.